Hey y'all, welcome back to Girl Raw and Sweet Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning member to the Soul Tribe, welcome back. Capricorn, this is your reading. I really just got up and got one of my first decks that I ever got for y'all. This is one of the OG decks, we'll call it. You see how the sides are all like, you can see the wear and tear on them. Definitely, probably the second deck I ever got, actually. But I was called to this deck for a reason because there are specific cards in here that I feel like you need to see. We're actually going to spark the reading off with these, and then we're going to build with the tarot from that. And sorry, y'all, for the squeaky table. It's going to do that all the time. Well, sorry, y'all. All right. Let's get it together here. But, yeah, I hope everybody has been treating, I hope everybody has been treating. I hope this retrograde has been treating your sign well. I hope you're keeping yourself grounded, keeping yourself calm, and keeping yourself centered. And please remember, if you ever need to just go outside and get some air or like really recollect your thoughts in familiar places, I just want to make it known that when you take yourself like back to your hometown or just like familiar places that have you feel like that homey type of vibe, that also does help your sign as well during this retrograde. So I've already cleansed your energy, cleansed your space. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. For Capricorn, what does Capricorn need to know, see here? What else for Capricorn? Oh, also, y'all, I wanted to let it be known that for your pre-intuition thing for your reading, I said there's something so pure that is going to come out during the reading. I don't know what it is yet, but I can feel it. There's something very like wholesome or very humble about your reading. I don't know why. I kept getting the energy of like white orbs, and white means purity. So envisioning that prior to starting is crazy. But thinking, missing you, craving you, desiring you. This could be your energy or somebody towards you. Trapped, stuck, tied down, captive. You know, I'm getting another interpretation for this card, because usually I say this is you being like tied down to somebody, like you're super stuck, like kind of like the devil card in the tarot. You're just tied down and you're really stuck to a toxic situation, whatever. But you could also be stuck or tied down to something that isn't good for you. It doesn't even have to be a person. It can literally be something. And it's keeping you trapped in like some type of mental prison. That's like the Eight of Swords energy. And then we have time, waiting, cycles, moments. Somebody could be waiting for the right moment to do something. Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. And then we have resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, timid, somebody shy. They can't speak up and tell you. All right. That could be your energy too. Maybe you want to speak up to somebody and say something. But we're going to dive a little further and see. Y'all, and do you see how much the table is moving? There's so much ruckus. I just had a card fall over here. I don't know. Are y'all feeling like your life is like a roller coaster right now, or there's like a lot of ruckus, or there's like a lot of problems, or a lot of like damage? There's something that I'm getting like, I'm saying there's something pure and humble about the reading. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of this, unbalanced, distorted energy. I feel like this really might be yours. And you know how I was talking about the white orb, and there's just like big white cloudy judgment of smoke. Like it's still symbolizing like a white orb. Okay. Anyways, y'all, let's see what's thinking. Who's thinking about Capricorn? Missing them, craving them. Too many. So many wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign. There could be a family member that's missing you. With the Six of Cups in reverse. Somebody could be having memories about you. Heavy water sign energy. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, okay? Fire sign as well. Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody could be feeling like either you're not changing, or there's no growth within you, or somebody in your family hasn't grown or hasn't changed in a way. So maybe that's why you're not communicating with them anymore. What else for Capricorn? What's thinking? Who's thinking about Capricorn? Let's get more specifics. There could have been a water sign that you completely like exiled out of your life, and they're missing you. They're craving you. They're thinking about you. Okay, Four of Wands in the reverse, Tower in the reverse. More fire sign energy. Somebody's going through their own tower moment. There could be somebody that is getting kicked out of their home. Somebody could be having some type of renovation problem, something going on within their home. Somebody could be going to jail. They could be about to lose their home. Also, the Four of Wands in the reverse, you could have used to live with this person as well, but something happened. There was some type of tower moment that y'all faced together, and that's exactly why you ended up moving out. The Four of Cups in the reverse. And now this person has completely become like they come off very emotionally unavailable. Like they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to say nothing. They don't really want to express how they feel. But in reality, they're missing you so much. They're thinking about you so much. Trying to come off so cold, but it's an illusion. Let's move on to trapped. Who's trapped? Stuck, tied down, captive for Capricorn? Who's trapped? You have the Hermit and you have the Temperance card. Two major arcanas. Yeah, you're trapped. Remember, I just said that in the beginning of the reading, like it doesn't always have to be about a person. There is something going on within your psyche right now, Capricorn. Your third eye is very, very open. And the Temperance card is all about peace, harmony, balance. It's all about finding the balance, okay? Finding the balance within your thoughts, because you've learned a lot, right? You've had a lot of lessons taught to you, but now it's time to even and balance those out, because I feel like sometimes when we're always going based off of this is what I know, this is what I know, this is what I know, you have to open your mind to be taught more. You have to open your mind to learn more. That's also another thing, but it's also keeping the balance within your thoughts. A lot of you guys could be like operating from a dark and a light side at this time. And I feel like there is something within your heart chakra maybe that's unbalanced. And I know for a fact the cloudy judgment is going to come out for you. It's not going to come out in the reverse. And I say this because you could really be in solitude. You could be spending a lot of time to yourself. A lot of you guys could be battling like one day my mind is like a storm and the next day it's so filled with like sunlight. A lot of you guys could be going through some type of like seasonal depression. And I say this because like you can't really find the balance of what mood you want to be in like day to day. Like you don't have multiple good days. It's always up and down, up and down. So I feel like you're trying to find the balance in between that. And this stuck, tied down, captive energy, that's your mindset. What else was stuck? What else was tied down? The Temperance, the Hermit. These are major arcana cards. So a lot of you guys really have been sitting by yourself in your thoughts, learning more about yourself as well. Learning how to not operate from two different sides. Like, I feel like you're really going through a light and a dark. You're going through like a dark night of the soul. That's what this is. Because like half of you is like, I really can't operate like this. And I see life in such this beautiful array of light. But a lot of days look dark. And you're not really finding the balance in between that right now. You're learning, though. That's all that matters. You're learning, though. What's time? Whoa, okay. We have the Four of Swords and the Three of Cups in the reverse. You could be like trying to ignore the fact or trying to sleep on the fact that there could be that water sign that we were talking about. They could be talking about you with a third party. There could be a group of people that are talking about you. Also with that Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, that could be like people in your neighborhood. People voicing how they see that you're alone or you're reserved or something like that, or people in your neighborhood have seen how much somebody misses you or is craving you or something like that. Somebody could be telling people in the neighborhood like, oh my God, I miss Capricorn so bad. I'm thinking about them all the time. Like I want Capricorn. That's who I see for me. I'm always thinking about them, but they're over there facing their own tower moment. And if that person is in jail, they in there telling all their cellmates how much they thinking about you. And the fact that it's coming out again, yeah, like somebody, even if their tower moment wasn't them literally going to jail, somebody could be like hanging out with their friends. Somebody could be drinking with this Three of Cups here. Yeah, maybe somebody's going to the bar. They're indulging in drinks and they're talking about their feelings for you, because cups do represent feelings, but we could take it in a literal sense as well. And know that it literally does mean drink. Somebody could be a drinker, okay? And I feel like you're sleeping on the fact that somebody really is talking about you with other people. I feel like either you're trying to ignore it, or maybe you're trying to be like, oh, they wouldn't really say that, or something like that. Why are you lying to yourself? Don't do that, okay? Let's see what time is. Waiting, cycles, moments. What's time for Capricorn? 5 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Really? There could be a fire sign, and it could even be a family member. There could be somebody that's like waiting for the right time to like spark up an argument with you, or express how they feel to you, or literally try to fight you, okay? And I say this because somebody feels like they're wiser, they know better than you, or something like that. Because don't get me wrong, the 10 of Pentacles is a family card, but it's also about mastering all stages. So somebody could feel like when they do this, it's going to make them feel rewarded in some type of way. Do you get what I'm saying? Also, for some of you guys, this could be an elder that's about to come and express how they feel towards you, start an argument. There could be a lot of tension. There could be a lot of back and forth. This could also be your energy as well. You want to reach out to a family member and say something, but you're just waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the right moment. What else with the 5 of Wands? You're like, I didn't get my chance yet. 12:11 on the clock as I said that. What else? With the 5 of Wands. The Ace of Cups. You're really passionate about this. Whatever you want to reach out and say, I feel like you really do have strong feelings towards it, just period. But the Ace of Cups is also about a new love, a new romance. So for a lot of you guys, there could be somebody that you want to approach and say something with, say something to, and maybe even potentially do something with, because you do have romantic feelings for them, but you could have argued with them in the past, or you're still arguing with them now. So maybe you're waiting on like the right time for things to die down, or things to like level out, or something like that. A lot of you guys, this could be the energy of also just getting new feelings towards the situation. Maybe you are going back in your thoughts, thinking about how the argument went, the words that were exchanged, the words that were said, and maybe you're just waiting on the right time for things to like blow over and reach back out and say what you really need to say. 12:12 on the clock. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I can understand that, because when you argue with people, it's just like, I want to give it time for me to get back grounded, for me to get back centered. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to get yourself back right. I feel like you were in a situation arguing with somebody, and you were operating from the storm. You were operating from your south node, from your dark side. And you're trying to find the balance in between getting back to the light. Yeah. What's cloudy judgment for Capricorn? A lot of you guys have been making either wrong decisions, or you know who you truly are in spirit, that you're a very humble person, but I feel like you've been operating from a dark side for some time, or there is something that is pulling you out of balance. There is something that you're stuck to, or you feel like captive to. You could feel like you owe yourself something in a negative way. Like, I deserve this. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if a lot of you guys are beating yourself up or in a negative mindset. What's cloudy judgment for Capricorn? What's cloudy judgment? 9 of Pentacles. You feel like you being independent is the best thing for you. And that's where some of the cloudy judgment comes in, because accepting help is okay. So I don't know if this is a huge warning for you guys in a sense. But what else? What else with 9 of Pentacles? A lot of you guys could be too alone. Does that make sense? Like, if you barely talk to anybody, you barely have any family, or whatever the case may be, maybe it's time to like reach out to a group, get some type of support. What else with the 9 of Pentacles? There is something very distorted about your mindset about being independent or being alone. Like, there's something within you that's like, I deserve to be alone, or I deserve for it to be this way. It's a very distorted mindset, because that coming out with the 9 of Pentacles is about like your independence and about you being alone, being able to thrive. But if you're looking at it in a distorted type of manner, it's not healthy. What else with cloudy judgment? It's okay to want to have people. Look, The Magician. Yeah, it's time for you to step into your power again. Realize, like, I do want friends. I do want family. I do need a community of people. I do like independence. I do like being by myself. I do like hanging by myself, whatever. But it's so much more. And I feel like you becoming an alchemist, like really creating your own life, people don't realize like your thoughts really dictate your everyday movement. So if you're like, I deserve this, I deserve to be alone, I don't want to be around anybody and nobody wants to be around me, people will begin to isolate themselves away from you, distance themselves away from you. You will literally be creating your own reality. So the Magician coming out with this, I feel like this is a huge standpoint for you to manifest what you really want. Manifest and stand up for yourself in what you really want, because you know you want more. You know you don't want to be alone. What's resistance? Y'all, I'm actually almost like upset in a way, because like I could feel y'all energy. And like I said in the very beginning of the reading, there's a humbleness to y'all. So I feel like you know what you really desire, but you're not stepping into your power and having those thoughts to really create it. Don't wake up every day like everything's terrible, everything's distorted, everything's messed up, ain't nobody dealing with me, don't nobody want to rock with me, because it's not going to get you anywhere. You have to think the complete opposite of that. And then you have the Hangman in reverse. Pisces energy, Cancer, Scorpio. You have a lot of water sign energy out here. Yeah, there could be a Pisces that is not trying to express how they feel towards you, because they are looking at things from a new perspective. Somebody, I feel like maybe if they was watching you at some point in time, maybe they're not anymore, or somebody's looking at you in a different way. So maybe they're being shy about that. Or somebody can't sacrifice something else that they have going on. What's the Hangman in reverse? Maybe that's why they're not coming towards you. Okay, and then you have the Devil here. Okay, here we go. Here we fucking go. Here we go. You have very major arcanas out here. So whatever you're addicted to, or maybe somebody's holding back because they know they will sacrifice losing something else if they come in and deal with you, okay? Y'all can have a really good sex life. There could be something that y'all both share that y'all are both addicted to, but I feel like somebody is shy to come towards you because they know they're going to be sacrificing or losing something else, period. Yeah, and the Devil is literally your card, Capricorn. So this coming out with the Hermit, you guys have, you're facing some type of dark versus light of your mindset right now. There is some huge battle, and I feel like the Devil is trying to win. The Devil is trying to win. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, because you're trying so hard to find the balance. That's why you're always alone. That's why you're always sitting by yourself. You're always in solitude with your thoughts, because you're just like, this was a lesson learned, but now what? Like, you know, I feel like it's such a battle. It's such a battle. What's the advice? What's the advice for Capricorn? What's the advice for Capricorn? And please remember, Devil spelled backwards is lived. So whatever you have done, whatever you have been doing, you're over this stage in your life. You've lived through it. Like, you have bonded and linked yourself to so much before. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. It's time for you to get your priorities straight. That coming out as your advice in the reverse. You have like completely lost focus of what you have really wanted in your life, the goals, the dreams you have had for yourself. I feel like you just completely lost it, either by dealing with this toxic person or falling into some type of a toxic addiction. It could be some type of substance. This could be an internal battle within yourself. Your mind could be battling, like I said, one day it's operated by the angels and the next day it's operated by the demons. It's like you literally can't find that balance. And I feel like this reading is hitting so deep for me right now, y'all, because yeah, just know that I personally know a Capricorn, and I feel like this is something that they really, really need to hear. And yeah, I feel like you guys are really trying to find the balance of operating which side of me are people going to get today? That's really what I'm seeing here. And the advice is just find that balance within your priorities again. Go for your goals again. The things that did keep you like, oh my gosh, I have so much to juggle in a day. It was things that were actually beneficial to your life though. So focus on your priorities. Find that balance back within yourself of knowing not when to come from an angry point or a depressive point or a sinister type of mindset. And find the balance of when to beat yourself up about a lesson and when not to, because sometimes things aren't as bad as you make it seem. And the Devil card here, it's time to free yourself. It's time to break that chain from what you're so connected to that has you in this disbalance, has you in this disharmony. Or if it's a person, it's time for you to disconnect yourself from them. Because you've learned your lesson of when you fall into this addiction or when you deal with this person again. You've learned the lesson that comes with it. You've learned what happens in your life when you deal with this person or when you deal with this addiction. So it's just, yeah. It's time to look at things from a new perspective. That's all. Yeah, and whoever this person is secretly admiring you or feeling like they shy or whatever, they need to stay their asses right where they at. Because I feel like if they have to sacrifice giving up something just so they can deal with you, unless they are giving up something that's beneficial to your life. Like, okay, I'm not doing this substance anymore, or I'm not doing this anymore, so I don't feel like you should do it either. And somebody can actually be healthy for you. But if somebody isn't willing to give up their toxic ways or give up doing this addiction, they don't deserve to be you. So yes, they can secretly admire you from afar and stay the fuck out of your energy. Just period. So, Capricorn, this was your reading. I hope it resonated some type of way. And I will see you guys next time. Love y'all. Bye.